Good morning. Welcome to Monday, a brand new week. Good to have you all with us. Thanks to Brandon Bailey for assisting me throughout the weekend on Weighted to Win. Much appreciated, with Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows. Okay, well, let's get straight into the action. Firstly, a reminder about our social media. We at Weighted to Win on Twitter. That's our Twitter handle. And you're welcome to join us on there at any given time. Just follow. We would appreciate that. And we've got a WhatsApp number for you, which is on the screen, 069 164 3272. Send your name and email address to the admin team. They'll add you on. We're giving away these Weighted to Win coffee mugs as well, up to the lead up to Christmas. And that's a random giveaway on the group. All right, let's go through the card. Morning, Darren Burrows.
Good morning, Clyde. I look forward to the card ahead of us. I think we found one or two later on in the card. But starting in race 1, I thought between numbers 4 and 8, Such a Cracker. Her form's not bad. I think the drop-in trip could be ideal. Kitty Boys Girl, in form. Good last effort, but her form lines haven't quite stood up, so I'm not too sure if there could be an upset in this race.
All right, you're not ruling out the possibility of an upset by the sounds of things. Daryl, Marie, morning.
Morning, Clyde. Yes, it's a maiden handicap, so there's always a possibility of an upset.
Yeah.
2 also does. I've included in the bar pot, number 3, 2 Mines.
Yep.
I watched the latest replay. Everything went wrong in the early stages of that race, and I do believe she's better than that effort. And I know it's a turf run that I'm comparing over here, but number 5, Adelante, she's 4 kilograms better off for a length and a half beating. With number 8, Kitty Boys Girl. So the blinkers get refitted. I think she can run an improved race, and now I make her the value in the race at 10 to 1.
Okay, it's interesting because both 2 Mines and Adelante bumped before, of course, and from there came Whispering Green out of that form line. So it'll be interesting to see how they compete with each other today. The bipot we've got worked out for you. This is just Daryl's bipot. He's willing to have a go in terms of spending approximately the total amount that he's spending is 192 Rand, and it's 3, 4, 5, 8 by 1, 4, 6 by 1 and 7. Then he's bankering the 5 later on by 2, 8, 12, 13 and 7 and 8 at the back. On to race number 2. This is a handicap now. It's at the 70 level, and they'll race them over 1,000 metres. Market this morning at around 10 o'clock had number 4, Valiante, top of the boards at 28 to 10. 1, Iron Bank, second choice at 33 to 10. And the 5, Adiana, trading at 33 to 10. The 3, Beckoning Beauty, Louis Christen had a winner over the weekend, is at 4 to 1. And 7 to 1 and better about the others. Let's go to Darren. Darren, what do you make of the second? Peter Muscat got the favourite Valiante. We've liked it before. You like it again?
I give him a big chance in this lineup. You know, he's gone up another 6 points, so it's not going to be as easy as last time, but he's in form. Adiana showed blistering speed in her last 2 starts, and she had the race won at the 300 already. So a repeat of that will see her come into the picture. Iron Barks got a chance. He ran 2 lengths off Valiente, and he's 3 kilos better off. And then Beckoning Beauty's also got a chance with the Clan.
All right, so they're quite a few. What's your first choice, Darren, did you say?
I don't have a outright first choice, but if I had to choose one, Iron Bark.
Okay, Daryl, yours?
Yeah, I think Darren's touched on the leading lights. Just one other I'd like to make mention of, Clyde, number 6, Woodstock Festival. The 7-year-old gelding. His ratings come down slowly from a 66 to a 62, and he gets that 1.5 kgs off his back with Rachel's allowance. I think he'll enjoy the pace being on over here, Clyde, and I do expect him to run on into the money.
How was Rachel's ride in the last yesterday?
I just wished I clicked earlier with the jackpot I tipped on Weighted to Win. Unfortunately, we went out, but we did have that winner in at 12 to 1.
I know you did. So there you go. All right, we'll put selections up now. Guys are not sure, but Woodstock Festival, perhaps the 7-year-old worth including. Daryl's put his PA together and he's going 146. It included Woodstock Festival in the play, who just, by the way, is one of those 10, 12 to 1 shots. By 1 and 7 in the second leg of the PA, by bank of 5, then 2, 8, 12, 13, then 7, 8, then banker 9, and then 6, 7, and 11. Welcome back. Let's get on to race number 3 on the card now and have a look at what the story is here. I'll take you through the betting quickly, where Roy's Domino's the favourite, and that's trading at 4-1. Number 8, Uncle Lucky, is at 9-2, is the second choice. 9, Atlantic City's 9-2, and then you got the 6, Vion's Grey, and that is at 6-1. 11-2 and better, well, 7-1 and better about the rest. Let's talk about the race. Roy's Dynamo, the one to beat?
Tough race, Clyde. I stuck quite a few in the pick 6 here. I've actually left number 1 out, which I actually believe has a chance now. Afropolitan, last time out, I thought he would win. His legs were going in all directions. He was never comfortable. Back on the poly, if he's allowed to dictate from the front, he is a bit one-paced. He should be there. Roy's Domino and Uncle Lucky, only a neck separating them on their last start. Vion's Grey with a 4-kilo claim. Atlantic City, a professional maiden, and the list goes on. So I made it very hard.
All right, so it may well be a field race from your perspective, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm hoping I survive in the bypots and the PA, Clyde. I've only got 2 horses in this leg. It's a maiden handicap, so anything can happen. Afropolitan back on the poly track. Last time on the turf, he was well beaten. A long way from home, Clyde. He was already under pressure. Have a look. Blinker strike, Alamite strike.
Yeah.
How the German boys are going to go with Afropolitan today?
Oh, a whole lot.
Yeah.
Zorro, Warren, Frankie, they go, this is a big deal for them. Wow. This is Christmas come early if it's a gin strike. I can tell you now.
Let's hope he can pull it off for them. Okay. Wild Style, I'm expecting a lot of improvement. Like I touched on, it's a maiden handicap. He's only got 53.5 to shoulder.
Yeah.
And have a look at, there is an equipment change over here, Clyde. The tongue tie gets removed, and I can see in the comment section there, he's always had respiratory noises. I don't know. Maybe this is assists him. I don't know. I don't like the look of the race. I think it's between the 7 and the 1, but I wouldn't be shocked if whatever happens.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no surprise.
Yeah,
So anything's possible.
Yeah, I just hope I get through.
All right, well, let's see what it's all about. A maiden handicap, who are the horses that have got the most progression is what you need to sort of figure out. And where we now November, so you would think the recently turned 3-year-olds have probably got the most progress. But if there's a gin strike in the race, well, that you have to pay attention to. Darren Burrows has got a pick 6, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 going to the first leg, but he's cautioned, you're not safe. Second leg, 3, 5, 6, 7. Then the field, so first half difficult. Bank of the 8 later by 2, 4, 7, 9, and then 6 and 10 at the back. Right, guys, let's get jackpots on now. We'll talk to Darren Burrows quickly about this race here. We're straight ups 33-10, number 3. 7, Bend the Rules is 7-2. Number 5, Cesura is trading at 9-2. And then number 6 on the card, 6 Hot Fix is trading at 4-1, 5-1. They're about 6-1 and better about the others. All right, so not an easy race, this one. It's I thought that one of Alison Wright's horses will win it, but what do you like, Darren?
Well, I like Cesura. I liked him last time out. He won a good race. He beat Master of Law, who's running a bit later on in the card. He is an 8-time winner. So I don't think the 4-point rise in the ratings is going to be too much of a hassle. I think he's going to run a cracker. The danger will be 6 Hot Fix. Now, his 2 last efforts, I think there's been 3 or 4 direct winners from both those efforts. So I really believe off his rating drop, Keegan DeMello in the saddle, I think he's a massive runner. And then Bend the Rules and Straight Up I've also included.
Okay, so an open race. Let's talk to Daryl quickly about it. I mean, I know we liked Cesura the last time it ran. We gave it a chance on the way to the gate. What's your first choice?
Yes, I thought he won with the bidding hand on that occasion, Clyde. And, Tristan gets a really good tune out of him. I think the last 2 times he sat on his back, he steered him home to victory. 2 from 3 over the course in distance, 4-pound penalty. I don't think that's going to be a negative. And I'm hoping that he can follow up on that effort because I have banked in all my exotics in the PA and the bypots and the jackpot. But if I had to back him up with one horse, it would be the stable companion number 6 Hot Fix. I've actually got a comment for him, Clyde. Yeah. His work leading up into this race has been good and he's fit.
Okay.
Expecting him to be competitive. So if you're not willing to bank a number 5 Cesura in your exotics like I have, back him up with a 6.
But we saw something with Cicero last time. We saw
I
the
thought
way
he won.
there's
He
some
was
change,
never in
moved to the
doubt.
gate beautifully.
He was never in doubt during the running of the race, and I thought he could certainly follow up.
All right.
Well, I think he can certainly follow.
Okay, well, it's interesting because if the stable companion's preferred, then you've got to pay attention to that. So let's put some selections up for you in terms of what the boys want to do in this particular race. And what we've got for you is the following. Daryl's jackpot. There is caution. Watch out for 6, but 5 is the original choice, the first choice. Ahead of 2, 8, 12, 13, then 7 and 8, and we're bankering the 9 at the back in this particular jackpot. So that's the plan. 5 by 2, 8, 12, 13, by 7, 8, by 9. Let's get on to the second jackpot now. That's what we've got to try and figure out. If there is 1 5 to 1 the field, I'll ask the boys now. We're working out a second pot. What's the story, Darren?
Well, I only just had a look about 10 minutes ago and I saw Blazing Astute's got a run now. So she's actually going to be one of my first choices. We labelled her last time out and she won really comfortably. She gets the 4 kilos off her back. She jumps from an 11 draw, but she runs with speed. So I'm hoping that she overcomes the draw into a position first or second. And I think we'll see her finish her race off strongly. Q for you, a front runner. She's in form, should run well. Reckless Love, another one to consider. And the maiden winner, Malcolm's Dream.
Okay, have we got a jockey for Blazing Astute yet?
Flengwa.
Is it?
Yeah, you rode her last time to victory, Clyde.
Okay.
I thought she won with a lot in hand, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her confirm that form despite the weight turnaround. You know, Q for you, I think that stable has certainly turned in KZN. You could follow them now. Well, you can follow them, and she's going to run another honest race. So those two are going to be my top 2 picks. American Style followed up a maiden victory with a gutsy win last time out. She's obviously improving with racing. If you like her chances, you have to have respect for Reckless Love, who meets on 1.5 kilos better weight terms. But I think Blazing Astute, from what I saw last time out, she's going to be my top pick too.
All right, so Alison Wright expected to have a solid day then by the sounds of things. Let's get straight into the action in terms of what we're recommending now for you. And, well, there is a second jackpot. It comes from Darren. Doesn't like in terms of the whole field having to go in, although Blazing Astute, as you heard him say, just realised a few minutes ago that now a runner ahead of Banker 8, then 2, 4, 7, 9, and then 6 and 10. So we are depending today, as you know, on number 8, Dawn of a New Day. Welcome back. Let's get on to race number 6 on the card now. This is where Dawn of a New Day runs, and we were very impressed last time out, Darren.
Yes, definitely. I thought last time out won a cracker, and the time before that, she was the most unluckiest of losers. So it should have been 3 on the trot. I know she's gone up 8 points in the ratings, but just the manner in which she won. And then I looked at the field, and I thought, you know what? A lot of these horses aren't really in form or coming off a bit of a rest. So I really believe she'll follow up.
Interesting enough, Darren, there is a comment from Dean Cannemeyer's stable where he says include Green Grow the Lilacs. Do you give it a chance?
I give her a chance, but she'll probably be a bit outpaced early over a mile, and she'll do her best work late.
Okay, and that would normally be a Keegan DeMello ride, and in this case, of course, Keegan's on Dawn of a New Day. Daryl, you also like this strong?
Yeah, Clyde, I just don't think there's much value because if you go back a few runs, have a look at the run on the 18th of April.
Yes.
Top Me Up Holly beat Dawn of a New Day,
Right.
and she's 3 kilograms better off with Dawn of a New Day.
Would Dawn of a New Day not have come on as got more progression or much the same?
Oh,
As Top Me Up
obviously
Holly?
she's been impressive when she has won, and she was
Yeah.
desperately unlucky in her penultimate
So how much is
starts.
it? Kilos for how many lengths? What did you say?
3 kilos for a short set victory, and she beat her.
So that's a bit of a worry, yeah?
I'm just saying that, in my opinion, on paper, Top Me Up Holly represents the value, and I do have a comment, Clyde. She's fit enough to finish in the money, so I think it's a race in 2 between 7 and 8.
Okay, so it's not absolutely cut and dry then based on black and white form. Interesting that that's been spotted. Let's have a look. Although one must say Dawn of a New Day did win with a ton in hand last time, and Darren obviously saw what we saw and does label that as a hard horse to beat. On to race number 7 now. This over the 1400 metres. Master of Law does look like the horse to beat, trading at 33 to 10. Preemptive Strike, top of the boards though at 3 to 1 at about 10 o'clock this morning. Then you got Dennis Bosch's horse, Hellerbos, trading at 7 to 2 and 7 to 1 and better the others. Darren, your first choice?
Between numbers 4 and 9. Now, Preemptive Strike, I think I backed him 5 times in a row. He got beat. I gave up on him last time out and he won. So not a horse to trust, but he has got the ability to follow up. A horse like Master of Law, have a look at that last run. It was a good second behind Cesura. We'll know by now if Cesura has franked the form, as he raced in a couple of races earlier on. Keegan Namela in the saddle. I made it between those two, and for third and fourth, Hellerbos and Green Dream.
Okay, Master of Law, jockey up.
Absolutely. Much stronger handling from Clyde. So, champion jockey elect. I thought very decent effort last time out. He came down the inside of the track on that occasion. I'm actually happy that he's drawn out wide, Clyde. He's a big son of legislator. I think he needs a bit of time to unwind. So hopefully Keegan can get him going early. And the fact that they finished well clear of the third place runner in his later starts, I think he's not ready to win. So I've taken a chance in all my exotics. I have banked at number 9, Master of Law. See how he moves down to the start, so maybe you can have a strike on the nose come race time.
Top weight to carry, but it is a 70 handicap, and that's the reason why. Let's have a look at what the boys are going to do then in this race. As you heard from Daryl, he's willing to take his chances with Keegan Zamello in the saddle on Laugh's runner, Master of Law. Eighth and final, they bet 9 to 2 the field. This morning at 10 o'clock, number 6, Blush of Dawn, trading at 9 to 2. Number 4, Winter Journey, 5 to 1. And number 11, Birdwatcher, 5 to 1. Blush of Dawn, your first choice, Darren?
Definitely, Clyde. You know, this filly once achieved a rating of 90. And last time out, she dropped down to a 66. And I thought, you know, if she jumps on terms for a change, she's going to be the horse to beat. And we tried to land a coup from 33 to 1 into 10 to 1 that day. She was a winner all the way but the finish line. It was good to see that she jumped last time out. And a repeat of that performance, I think she's definitely the horse to beat. And I did include a horse like Gimme a Lullaby in. Her penultimate start was a good win. Last time out, never really got into the race.
Okay. So Give Me a Lullaby may well be the danger, but you're quite keen on the early favourite at this point in time. Daryl, you?
Yeah, Blush of Dawn, I mean, she loves this track and trip. So she is going to be my top pick. But I think the value may lie with number 7 over here, Clyde, Snow Tune. She runs her best races when she gets handy to the pace. That wasn't the case last time out, so I believe she's much better than that effort. And she's 3.5 kilograms better off, so I think she's gonna run a big race. So for me, 6 and 7.
Another Mace Roberts, Rachel Venica ending off the day, like yesterday.
Let's see.
Let's see. Wish we had it in. The Big Six paid 280 whatever thousand yesterday. Anyway, it's one of those. We'll catch up today, hopefully. This is what we're going to do in the race. Now let's take a look at these selections. Darren Burrows keen on Blush of Dawn to win, well, each way anyway, win and place here in the last.